This is Sara Grains, who crashed her car at a traffic stop while she was high and drowsy. This accident had consequences, and she is not ready for them.
Your foot?
You take any medication yourself?
I am cutting you a major deal today. And you got a baby in the car. You gotta go home for your kid.
In February 2023, Sara picked up her kids from school and it was all going according to routine until she crashed into a car that was stopped at a red light. This totally wrecked both vehicles and they had to be towed out of the highway. When cops arrived at the scene, they found Sara in a hyper-emotional state.
You okay?
My son's cup.
What happened?
My son's cup.
Okay.
Over. And it went underneath my.
Your foot?
Yeah, and
Do you need to be seen by somebody? Are you injured?
No. I mean, it looks gnarly. But
need one?
I'm sorry?
Do you need a EMS?
No, it looks gnarly. But I work in the medical field. I'll be able, it'll be okay.
Okay. Alright. Give me 1 second, okay?
Sara can be seen shaking, which can be a result of the adrenaline spike from the recent crash. Seeing this, the officer offers her EMS, which stands for Emergency Medical Services, but she assures him that it is not needed. As for the explanation, Sara says that her kid's cup went under her foot and disturbed the pedals, and that caused the accident. The officer takes notice of this and then moves towards the victim, who is not very pleased with the way it all went down.
We got an ambulance on the way, okay?
I just want to go home.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what happened.
It rolled underneath the brake, and I went to push it down, and I couldn't.
Okay.
I was trying to stop, and I couldn't.
So it rolled under the brake? I'm gonna need you to talk to me. So did it roll up under the brake or the accelerator or something like that?
Her speech is clearly disoriented and she is having trouble answering normally. At this moment, the officers do not suspect anything. They are just worried about the safety of everyone.
Make sure that you're okay and that he's okay, all right?
Oh, he's perfect.
So we just want to that's our first priority, is to make sure everyone's okay.
He's my first priority. And he's okay. He's a little bit like, what's going on right now?
Sara is suspiciously completely opposing the idea of medical testing. It's as if there is something in her system that she is trying to hide from the officers, which will be revealed shortly.
So we can get it open. If you could, just try to pull over here to this, see if you can get it over there for me. Just in the grass right here, and then we'll try to get a tow truck out to you. Huh?
She literally not. This is where I landed. She comes straight up through here.
Oh no, yeah, we can see the fluid from. Yeah, we can see it. Oh yeah.
And I don't have any money. I don't have a tow truck. Is this drivable? I live.
It's definitely not drivable.
I live just right there.
I don't think you'd make it 10 more feet without something else falling off. It's leaking fluids. We're gonna have to get a tow,
I
okay?
can't afford it.
Well, we're gonna call a tow company for you.
I can't
But
afford it.
I have no choice. I have to tow it. It might be cheaper if you want to call your own company to come move it for you, but it's got to be moved, and it can't be driven.
Do you have a tow truck company of your choice, or
No.
you don't? We can call one for you. We just always ask first.
I just like it towed home if I get it towed home.
if you get it towed home, that's gonna be at your request.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's fine. I'm pretty sure insurance company will cover it. But do you have?
I know it's an inconvenience, but that's got to be what happens, you know. So the accidents happen. That's why I call them accidents, you know.
It's absolutely positively not drivable whatsoever.
We have the power to deem a vehicle not drivable.
I can't hear very
So
well.
we have the power to deem a vehicle not drivable, and both of these cars are not drivable right now.
It's futile to argue. You cannot convince the officers when the truth is so sparklingly obvious. Both cars are leaking fluids, and if they are operated now, then it can cause damage to the engines, which can be really dangerous. Now that it's official that both vehicles will be towed, the cops turn their attention to Sarah's medical condition.
Glucose of mine. Oh, hold on.
Do you have any medical conditions?
I have lupus.
One more time
And
for me.
I have lupus and epilepsy.
Lupus and epilepsy.
All right.
Get my children.
I don't know if that's gonna happen right now. It's gonna be up to the sergeant. Just sit right here for me, okay?
Why can't I go home?
I don't know. We got to tow your car because you're not gonna be able to drive that.
But I was on the phone with my mom and she said she could pick me up.
Okay. Well, just give him a second. I don't know what he told you to trying to figure out what's going on, but just have a seat for me for right now because you're kind of swaying.
Sara admits taking Seroquel as a regular medicine, which is a drug usually used to combat mental health diseases, and insomnia as it regulates an individual's mood, behaviors, and thoughts. But along with that, it induces drowsiness, which very well can be the case here.
Okay.
Say that again because I didn't. I'm hard of hearing.
It's right here on there. See,
Okay.
look. You see what it says? Driver to exercise due care. You see that? All right. So I put it down here. I'm charging you with 40-6.
I
That's
wasn't on my
241.
phone.
But you reached down to grab the cup, and you admitted it that you reached down to grab the cup.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. What does it have to do with the phone?
That's a part of the code section. But you
Oh,
reached
okay.
down into
Okay.
grab the cup. Okay.
No. What happened was the cup rolled under. It got underneath the brake. I wanted to push it down. It didn't work. And then at that point, I kicked it so I could.
So you
Right.
wasn't paying attention to the road, because if that was going on, you would have been looking at where you were traveling. You see what I'm saying?
Kind of,
You had to be
kind
looking
of.
down at the cup trying to kick it. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But hey, if you want to fight it in court,
No,
you can, which you'll have a court date of May the 6th.
I just
Now-
didn't understand what you were saying.
So now if you don't want to go to court and you want to take care of it before court, you can, right? This is where you can take care of it before court. All right? That's the way you take care of it, all right?
Okay.
So, now, this is not saying you're guilty. It's just saying that you received it. If
Okay.
you could, sign right here by the X form.
The officers charge her for not obeying due care traffic rules, which is the legal responsibility of a driver, to consider potential hazards while driving. For failing to abide by the rules, she receives a fine and does not even protest against it because she knows it could have been much worse. However, the officers are not done yet. They go over all the details one more time and decide to finally add some additional charges.
Based off what you told me you've taken this morning, you could go to jail, okay? But I'm allowing you to go home with your mom. All right? I'm allowing you to go home with your mom, okay? All right? Now, with this, I do have to cite you based off of what you told me, okay?
Okay, I don't know what that means. So can you
A citation. So I'm sorry, DUI, drugs, less safe. All right. Now this has a mandatory court date, right? Admitted. I put in remarks. You admitted to taking Soma and Klonopin. Okay.
Even though they're my prescription?
You still cannot take those drugs and operate a vehicle. That's dangerous.
Okay. I'm not.
I know
arguing.
you're not. I'm just saying
clarifying.
that's just dangerous.
Okay.
And you got a baby in the car. You You gotta go home for your kids, you know? And you
Because
can't,
I'm all
you
in
can't hurt
debt.
them.
'Cause my
Her prescribed medicines, Soma and Klonopin, are proven to cause side effects like dizziness, confusion, and difficulty concentrating, so it's understood that one should not opt to drive under these effects. Fortunately for her, the cops do not arrest her this time. Sara still faces charges of DUI, reckless driving, and drug less safe, and as her car gets towed, her mom comes and picks her up from the scene.